what fertility doctor said to me today. He told me that he went over all the ultrasounds and the blood work and the sperm count on the husband's end. Motility is a little low, but he said that will not stop any of it, given that if, let's say, I was okay to conceive, I could still do that even naturally, and definitely for IVF or IUI is good. So it's me, right? So now, of course, I don't have one tube and one ovary. He told me that the military hospital, when I had that one ectopic and they removed my ovary as well, should not have removed it, which really is pissing me off because they should not have done that. Even though I bled into it, he said that it could have been done differently. So the reason why they should not have done that is because, first of all, now they didn't have to take it out, first of all. Secondly, now, basically, over the course of 20 years, my one ovary that was left was going in overdrive. So now I have only 3 eggs remaining, so every ovulation cycle I only have 3. He doesn't know whether one of them will be good for IVF either way, and he said even if it is one, I only have a 3% chance on IVF, on IUI. So that is not good, right, as far as that goes. He is going to, I'm going to schedule the appointment for a surgical procedure where what he's going to do is see if my tube is scarred, and if it is just scarring, he's going to fix that. He's going to fix the scarring. If not, if it is, swollen, it has like a whole bunch of fluid going through, he has to remove my tube because, first of all, I would not, if it is swollen and it's, blocked, right? Swollen, really bad from the inside, and the fluid is leaking, he cannot leave it because I would not even be a candidate for IVF because the fluid interferes with the treatment and the ability for me to actually have implanted and successfully get pregnant. But if it is just scarring, he can just fix it. And during the same surgical procedure, what he said he could do is go in and get my 3 fibroids that are in there, in the uterus, and fix the scarring that I have from my C-section about 2.5 years ago. Because it was at the C-section part, and that would be that. It would to fix that scarring, it would eliminate the possibility of something happening in late-term pregnancy where I could lose my baby and possibly even risk my life. So that would be great to fix. Now, I have talked to him about, here's another thing. So he can schedule that in June, and he said I have to heal for 3 months. So that means September, maybe October, depends on when I ovulate, because if I ovulate after that 3-month mark, then I can probably do it in September and try. Don't know for sure. October probably the earliest, just because of that. So I have asked him about ectopic pregnancy and the concern that I had, and I also told him that while in the military, of course it was 20 years ago, and I asked him what the efficiency of the ultrasounds are now, because of course it was 20 years ago, so the detection of the ectopic pregnancy, where it's at, needs to be, for me to feel better, it needs to be faster. Like, I was about 8 weeks along. I mean, seriously. And the fact that at 6 weeks, actually, ectopic pregnancy, I looked like I was 6-7 months pregnant. I was that swollen. So I knew something was wrong. So all along, I went to the hospital every few days, and they would not be able to detect until they did detect it, and then, they removed it. The one thing that they did do, and I told the doctor they also did, was they said that they would have to hear the heartbeat. He said it doesn't make sense why you would hear the heartbeat because it is not an intrauterine pregnancy, and that doesn't matter, right? And it didn't matter to me. Like, it didn't make sense to me. Like, it didn't make sense to me. Like, why? Why do I hear the heartbeat? And so, yeah, so that is that. And he said that in the state of Georgia, he's never had issues with that. He said, I can really assure you, if the moment we find out that you have an ectopic pregnancy, we can remove it. It doesn't matter, because in the state of Georgia, that's what they see, even though the heartbeat law says 6 weeks. And that makes me feel better, knowing from a medical professional like him, saying, hey, if something happens, even if it goes beyond 6 weeks, we will be able to remove it. And he said, I don't have to listen to it with that heartbeat. And even if it does, it doesn't matter, right? So he said that's besides the point. Like, I don't even have to worry about it. So that makes me feel better as far as like if that were to happen, if the scarring was there, and it happened, I happened to, something happened and it got infected or something, and I ended up with a tubal again. Still, even though it's an easy, not easy, it makes me feel better knowing that despite it all, my life is, I'm at a better place, not have to rush to get to another state, states over to get the procedure done. That makes me feel better. But it is still nonetheless a lot, because I feel like the actual process of going through that and the pain and the trauma, I had trauma for years and years after the procedure, and to know that I would go through that is heartbreaking. Just knowing that if I do have to go through it, it just. But at least, he said that ultrasounds are more effective than it was 20 years ago, and the fact that I am his actual patient, as opposed to some patient that would come and the first time he would see the patient, he at least knows what to expect, that he can expect an ectopic pregnancy, and that would be an easier thing. So I'll keep you guys updated with everything that I do as far as fertility goes.